It's quite amazing, me. I mean, Devon's just proving a point here. You would think that the arm wrestling world champion would be like, you know, on par with me in terms of like benching and pressing and triceps and everything, but it just goes to show how technical Devon is.
I'll tell you, a lot of our guys can bench.
Yeah.
I'm like the weak one in the crew.
Yeah.
Like you talk to like guys like Denis, Levan, Dave Chafee, they're all strong.
Does bench press matters to arm wrestling at all? Guys, there's a ton of fans joining the sport of arm wrestling now, and a bunch of them come from those viral arm wrestling videos, which mostly shows up guys from the West. And as we know, the guys from the West are mostly into specific training. That's why they get their asses handed to them when they go to East versus West. Jokes aside, the East does indeed bench press training, and they really go for high numbers on it. Like it is a fundamental exercise for arm wrestling, but is it? Well, I would say that the bench press is totally forgotten in people's minds, and underrated when it comes to arm wrestling. And many people who are not into the sport may say that if bench press was good for arm wrestling, many strongmen would do great at it. And that's just a ridiculous statement because, firstly, strongman is a sport, and so is arm wrestling. So, there's technique on strongman, and there's also technique on arm wrestling, which a strongman that would start on arm wrestling definitely would have none of it. When you're an arm wrestler, and you're into bench pressing, you're increasing your table strength. Even Devon Larratt said that. And the reason why is because when you bench press, you're using your chest, but you're also using your triceps, which is another underrated muscle in arm wrestling, because it can be pretty helpful on the table when you're doing a press on somebody, for an example. And also, much more important, the bench press builds up your frame. And when you have a bigger frame and the right technique, you're eventually stronger on the table, both on driving your opponent to the pad and being on a defensive position. Did you guys know bench press is a popular move between the top arm wrestlers? Leave down in the comments, and thank you so much for watching.